Coming up with the ideas for side dishes for Thanksgiving to me is half the battle of preparing the meal itself. So all week long, I want to show you some ideas to put together as side dishes for Thanksgiving next week, starting with corn muffins. So this is a very basic recipe. It's delicious, easy, and let me just tell you, it does bring everybody into the kitchen who's been sneaking a corn muffin here, including Mr. Ron Bird himself. Starting off here with milk in there, I have the cornmeal, I have self-rising flour, salt, and sugar in the dry ingredients. We're also going to add into the bowl here the melted butter. I melt it in the microwave in the wrapper so that the wrapper protects it from splattering around. And it does help in there. It doesn't stop it completely, but it certainly does help. To this, I'm going to add in a couple of eggs, and then you're going to whisk the wet ingredients together, and I'm going to add it into the dry ingredients. But before I do anything, what I want to do is just take my whisk and whisk together the dry ingredients so they are fully incorporated, and that's important. I like to use self-rising flour in here. If you don't have self-rising flour, don't panic. Just use all-purpose flour and add a tablespoon of baking powder in there as well. So once you get that all mixed together, let's go ahead and mix our wet ingredients together. You can also use buttermilk in here, canned milk, any type of milk product to add that fat and deliciousness into there. Also to have the vegetable oil that's already in here as well. So I'll just add that into there. And then I'm going to use a paddle, and like with any type of a muffin, you don't want to over mix it, otherwise you get these awful peaks in the center. If you have muffins that get lots of peaks in the center, that's because it's over mixed and there's too much air that's been incorporated into there. I'll keep working on these here, guys. When we come back, I've got the butter ready to go to show you how to do the raspberry butter.
Well, it's like everything, you have your peaks and your valleys.
True.
All right, back to the kitchen. Chef Bryan getting ready for Thanksgiving.
You know, you have to wonder, how in the world do these toys end up in a Hall of Fame, right?
Nostalgia, yes.
They're a big part of our lives.
I guess. All right, guys, let's have corn muffins as a big part of our Thanksgiving, shall we? These are just about done. They actually look yummy, yummy, yummy. We'll take those out and I'll let them cool for just a minute before I pull them out of the muffin tins there. I don't like to put liners in my muffin tins because I like the caramelization of the batter around the muffin tin. So that's just my preference, but you can do that however you so choose. Now I'm using my immersion blender because it has a whisk attachment to it, and I'm going to use this to go into the butter here, which has softened butter as well as honey, believe it or not, and the raspberry syrup. You can also add a tablespoon or so of powdered sugar in there if you so choose, and then mix it all together in there. You can put it in your blender if you want to. You can do it this way. You can do it really however you want. I have raspberry puree that are from my mom's raspberry patch over the summer. She just, you know, has such a gorgeous raspberry patch and then combines that all together. And then she purees them and puts them, freezes them for the winter. So once you get that all mixed together, this is going to go with our little muffins. You can also serve this idea with your rolls if you so choose to. It's really up to you. It's so delicious. The reason why you add both honey and powdered sugar if you so choose is because those raspberries can be rather tart, and so you really want to add some sweetener. I don't know if that'll come off of there, but you want to add some sweetener so that when people bite into it, use it, it's not that tart. So there you have the delicious raspberry butter to go with your freshly made corn muffins that are a perfect side dish for Thanksgiving. Join me tomorrow as we do another delicious side dish. This recipe is on KUTV.com or my website, cookingwithchefbryan.com.
All right, Chef.
All right,
looks delicious.